Welcome friends to another 40k video. Today we ask, are the Primarchs Warp Spirits? First I want to go over some basic lore points to see if this idea is supported by them. So what are the demons in the warp? They're made of psychic energy, and in the materium they project a form made from that raw energy. It only looks like normal matter. If it is slain in the materium, the demon, then it still exists in the warp. That's why many of them can keep coming back from there. Now, what about a demon within a body? We see, for example, amongst the Exorcist Space Marine chapter, they allow a demon within them for a time before rejecting it back into the warp. The idea behind this is to make them more resistant to the creatures of the warp. And we also know the warp was once calm, and this is important as it shows that the beings in the universe have made it into its current hellscape through their emotions. Demons come about in the warp as the warp energy of so many beings' emotions coalesces into powerful, self-aware entities that are made from psychic energy. They are allowed to endure by these emotions and the collective desire of all within the material universe, and this happens when a belief or emotion is widespread. As faith comes and goes in the galaxy of 40k, what held these warp creatures together can fade, but the strongest will remain. Creatures such as those based on archetypes become self-perpetuating from what formed them, and through the being's interactions in the real world, they can strengthen that belief to maintain themselves or endure, as they are common feelings or notions held by many. So that's a lot of the basics covered, and we will reference all this as supporting evidence later. But what examples are there in the lore of the books? We will not cover everything, as some parts are very vague and others repetitive, but we will go through a few. In Darkness in the Blood by Guy Haley, Mephiston sees, whilst going through the warp, two spirits there. The Golden Angel battled a monstrous being who wore an angelic shape, but who was comprised entirely of darkness. The pair of them swelled to immense proportions, and the Golden Angel and the Black Angel did not see. They continued their fight. The black parried the blade of the gold, flinging back its foe. These creatures are the reflections of your bloodline. The Golden Angel is your purity, the black is your flaw. Then who was the Black Angel? No one. The rage roams free throughout the warp. It has no anchor. As time has passed and your bloodline degenerated, it has gone stronger and stronger, until now, with the Great Rift open, it becomes the mightiest it has ever been. So these spirits are the battle in the soul of the Blood Angels, showing partly positive spirits can also exist in the warp, and also are mature in the warp with those they are linked to, and are sustained by a belief in them. The Golden Angel Mephiston says is the Sanguinor. In the novel The First Heretic, Argel Tal is shown the gene laboratories of the Emperor and is spoken to by a demon. The anathema desired mighty sons, and the gods granted him the law to forge them with a union of divine genetics and psychic sorcery. He came to my masters, hungry for answers, beseeching the gods for power. With the law they gave him, he shaped his 20 sons. But treacheries have occurred, oaths sworn in blood and paid in soul have been broken. The anathema is keeping its 20 Primarch sons, and paying no price to the powers that gifted him with the knowledge to shape them. And lastly, I give you the short story Shadow of the Past, where Corvus Corax confronts Lorgar from the anthology Sons of the Emperor. Corvus has been in the warp for some time, and while speaking with his brother Lorgar, Corvus says, "This place beyond the veil has revealed what we all are. Underneath the veneer of humanity our Father crafted for us. We are of the warp, and they both have flexible forms we see as they fight." So the Primarchs are the Emperor's gene-made sons, and these spirits placed within them in line with what we have gone over act as different archetypes, starting bases for their strengths and flaws, and tied to the beliefs that form them. They are aspects of humanity that fit together for the Emperor's purpose, so together they could act in his stead as a group, managing or fighting the Imperium and its enemies. He had some sort of post-war role for them, but we're not going to go into that now. But what could each of these spirits be, these aspects represent? I've done all of the Primarchs, but have a better grasp on the personality of some than others. If you don't agree with me, let me know. The Lion is a hunter and protector of those who cannot protect themselves, and the Pragmatist, who will use the faith people have in his father or unleash weapons from the dark age of technology. He will do whatever he needs to do to reach and bring down his prey. Fulgrim is the people's drive for perfection that makes them twist and change their nature. Perturabo is a creator, a constructor, and a builder of things, some aspect of creativity. Jagatai stands for people's freedoms, wanting to be free of having limits placed on them by others, as they want to define their own role. Lehman Russ is, I feel, humanness's wilder animal side. Dawn is loyalty to others, your family, fathers and brothers. Conrad Kurz is humanity's right to know and define what is right and wrong, and to see justice done to those who wrong you. Sanguinius is the balance point in all between your fight being righteous and heroic, mixed with going over into dangerous and perhaps unneeded rage. Ferrus Manus is about making a mark that will last longer than you. Angron is naked rage driven by injustice done to you. Rabute is the foundation of a stable mind, reason and thought. Mortarion is to keep surviving no matter the price, to keep living to avoid an end to your short lives. Magnus the Red is our hunger for knowledge, both what is easy to reach and the unknown, the places you can't reach, are most mysterious and compelling to get at. Horus Lupercal is leading others, charisma drawing others to you so that you can be in charge of them. Lorgar Aurelian is simply faith, something bigger than us, and the trust and hope and optimism that can supply. Vulcan is the passion for and care of others. Corvus Corax is our lust for justice and pure vengeance on those who have wronged us. And Alpharius Omegon is the locate in us all, representing craftiness and the ability to not tell the truth and to wear two faces when speaking to people. So in conclusion from the lore, yes, they can be brought back. If slain in the materium, they will still exist in the warp, minus perhaps certain memories, not sure about that part. And this is because archetypes endure, perpetuating through emotions and put together as collective desires for many within the materium. To me, the Emperor and the Primarchs is a story of fathers and sons and brotherhood, all very human tales for such powerful beings. Even Horus did not choose to be bad. Case played on his human failings, and so he fell. Because with their immense strength in some areas, they have weaknesses in others, be it the insatiable curiosity of Magnus that leads him into trouble, or the want to be free of the Khan. And on that note, friends, I will end today's video. You don't agree with any of my lore or my takes on some things that the Primarchs represent, that's fine. Just drop me a comment down below.